Alrighty, so I had a week off last week. I try to do one show a week, but after 5 years, you just gotta go with the punches and that sort of thing. But this morning I'm joined by Ron Williams, former CFL running back, played in a variety of places. So yes, Ron, it's really nice to meet you this morning in person and that sort of thing. And talk about your football journey, life journey, etc. So this is awesome to have you on. I really do appreciate it. And I think this is the earliest I've done a show in quite some time, but that's okay. It's only 8:15 in the Central Time Zone, as Brian Williams used to say on CBC. So that's how it goes. But I think you're an hour ahead of me. But it is what it is. But let's get into it.
Yes, sir.
How did you kind of get your love for football? Like maybe we could talk about some of your time there at Clemson,
Okay.
University, and that sort of thing, and how you always found out. I'm always interested in how guys found out about the CFL.
Well, we used to have the CFL on regular television around here. It was ABC. It was a wide world of sports.
Oh yeah.
And we would always see Warren Moon. And we would always see because they showcased Warren around here.
Hmm.
And then because I'm from the same area, I don't know if you remember Ricky Foggy, quarterback. He's from one county over from me. So
See.
so we're all pretty much a tight knit group around here, and we just always watched CFL on ABC television. It was just a regular occurrence. It wasn't like it was something
Hmm.
special,
Right.
but like that you had to really you have a subscription.
Yeah.
We didn't even have cable back then. But football has always been a passion of mine. From the first day my dad threw me out there. And it was I just fell in love with it. It was either that or keep getting cut up in the woods and running through the woods, finding little bad stuff like Huck Finn and Tom Sawyer, stuff to get into.
So some guys you watched like on ABC, like this is interesting. Maybe I heard that before, but I don't think I've heard that before. That the
Oh
CFL
yeah,
used to be on the wild world of sports. I mean, a pioneer in the sports business, and now it's always like, well, see, it was on ESPN, and now it's on CBS Sports Network, like as of last Sunday with the Bombers and Ticats. So again, exposure to the league, that 49th parallel, it does have a breaking of the barrier.
oh, and it was great around here because it lapses over,
Hmm.
and Edmonton was winning so much back then till it was like I thought that was their team.
Yeah, I mean that would have been right in the 80s there.
Right,
Go to five straight Grey Cups. The Bombers recently just accomplished that a few years ago, going to five. The first team since Edmonton. So
right.
yeah, I mean one of those things, right? Were there particular players that kind of stood out to you with Edmonton? Again, you talked about Warren
Well,
Moon, but
it was worn. Then I don't get me. I don't want to pronounce number 77, the wide receiver. And I thought that was the neatest thing in the world because I'd never seen a wide receiver wear 77 before. And I thought that was just awesome.
yes, that's usually not a number for wide receivers.
Oh, and it's just like it was a different game. You could full motion, and then it was just the rouge. That's how I first learned the different style of the game. But around here, we played knucklehead ball. It's 11 man straight up and down.
Yes. It's good. Your time at Clemson, though, I mean, there's been, the Trevor Lawrence recently drafted, well, 2021 drafted or 20 to the Jaguars and that sort of thing. What was the football program like back then as compared to now?
Well, when I got there, they had just fired the legendary Danny Ford, and I was probably should have went somewhere else, but because you never want to go to a university where you just got rid of a legend.
Yeah.
And then it's a rebuilding that takes place. But then my time at Clemson was just it was like a lightning bug. It was a flashing lightning in a jar. I
Hmm.
had a great freshman year with some great offensive linemen, and it took off. And then the following year, I tore my ACL, and then it was just like, oh. And then it's not fair when a kid who's really got to carry the weight
Right.
of something on the entire. But it's just it was overcomable. We overcame it. It took a while. And then I went through a stage of like just really, really dark times. But I overcame it. You got to thank God for those type of things. And my parents were very, very strong figures in my life. So, because my dad's a minister and you know how that can be.
I do. I do.
So it's just that, it was a great experience at Clemson. I can't take anything for granted. I was going through my wildness stage,
Mhm.
as it were, and it took me about 5 years, 6 years to come out of that.
Right.
But then it only takes one heartbreak to get you right real quick. And when Cincinnati cut me for the third time, I was like, oh man, it's over. So
Mhm.
I started making plans for just let's just go to work.
Right.
Just go to work. I mean, when everybody fall around from you, because the limelight is gone at that point. And then when the limelight leaves, it just leaves you and playing with your thoughts in the shadows. So it was it was a struggle, but my dad was there. He coached me through it. But I'm still the knucklehead of the family, so it's all good.
Yeah, there's always that some guys do struggle post-career and that sort of thing. So after you're cut from Cincinnati, when did the BC Lions come knocking?
After NFL Europe, Jeff Reinbold was my special teams coach over there.
Okay.
Galen Hall was the head coach, and Jeff was the first one that gave me an opportunity to play special teams. Outside of high school, I hadn't played any special teams. So then Jeff was like, "You want to come to Vancouver?" I was like, "Yeah, we just got back from Amsterdam, of course." And it got me out. It got me out of the house. It was, it was dark. It was dark. I mean, it's not like I was getting in any kind of trouble or anything, but it was a dark, dark time. And I was like, oh, never gonna make it. I'm never gonna be able to provide the way I wanted to provide. But then, you know, the angel comes and picks you up,
Yeah.
and then you just go, and then you make sure you don't do anything to screw that up.
Hmm.
And I almost did, but you know, it's not horseshoes.
So what were kind of your first impressions? Again, you watching the CFL on what the Wide World of Sports, and
Mhm.
then so you're watching it back then, and then you're actually playing it. So did you have any kind of surprises from when you watched it to actually playing the game?
Well, from watching it, you would never think they ran the ball. And then when I got there, I found out that there was a running game. So then those are grassroots things that you really can't take away from the game, that
Hmm.
you can't take out of the game. But it was a lot more entertaining than I thought. I'll tell you what, that last 3 minutes are the most exciting 3 minutes of any game anywhere because you never know.
You never know. That's
You
right.
never know.
Yeah. Yeah, there's and that's always a pet peeve of mine when people leave early. Being a season ticket holder, I'm not going to tell you what section because this is going to go live. I
Right.
won't tell you what section I sit in, but there's the same people that leave early every game, and I have no idea why they do it, and it drives me nuts. That's a pet peeve, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. But
Right.
what are we doing here?
But some people are just traffic junkies, right? They want to be the first one out of the gate, not realizing that traffic has already beat you.
Yes, I
it's,
know.
it's
Like,
best to just wait it out. Just pay that extra $12 for that last Molson. You'll be all right.
well, that's exactly it. It makes no sense. So, so again, I'm a season ticket holder for the Bombers. So speaking of Winnipeg, so you come to the Bombers. Jeff Reinbold's the head coach in '97 there. I was at that exhibition game versus the Stampeders. Reinbold comes out on the motorcycle. Just coming out of the Cal Murphy years, what were kind of your impressions of Winnipeg at first glance?
Blue collar, bring your lunch pail. Do not cheat yourself or the city because it will get exposed.
Yes.
But Winnipeg was a great town. I really had a fabulous time. I did not know you guys had that many ethnicities of food in Winnipeg. And it
Mhm.
was a beautiful thing for me.
Yeah.
And I'm a chubby guy, so I love the different cuisines. Winnipeg was great. The only thing I hated was Portage in Maine, the coldest corner in the world.
Yes. I was there post Olympic celebration in 2002 when Canada beat the US in hockey, and I'm like,
Uh-huh.
I don't know at the age I'm at now if I would do that. I mean, at 23, okay, I'm okay with that. But like,
Right.
that's the windiest and coldest intersection I think in all of Canada.
Yeah. But it's one to grow on, I'll tell you that. But I lived in Winnipeg, for a while, for about 4 or 5 years, because I did radio after I was done in football from 2003 till about 2000, end of 2005.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I was, I had been back for a while.
So
It,
so what radio station were you working at in Winnipeg?
it was, don't give me the line because I can't remember. I have to find those cards. It was a non-profit station though.
Okay.
What is it? I worked with the late great Ron Taylor and Frank. I forget Frank's last name, but he was like the head of it. But it was one of those ones where it was an opportunity.
Right.
It was an opportunity, and it was fun to do.
Yeah.
And I was hosting a morning show with I don't know if you remember Charles Peterson. He played
Somewhat. I'm sure other people would.
he played for the Gold Eyes,
Oh yeah. Okay.
and we had our own little talk show
Yeah.
for morning drive,
Right.
and we called the Big Fat Morning Show. It was cool. It was cool. Just only one. I mean, it was brought together by, let's just say, some colorful people. But God separates you from certain people, not by your own choice, but
Yeah.
by saving you from yourself.
Yep.
and and that's how that came about. And it was great. It was
Mhm.
great. We weren't trying to compete with any other radio stations. We were just basically it was college kids.
Yeah. Well, I
But
mean,
yeah,
yeah. I mean, radio is a way to communicate with your audience, particular audiences. You do become kind of, yeah, the people you're going to tune into, and they're kind of your morning cup of coffee or what have you, right? So, wow, I feel terrible. I'm a radio guy. I'm thinking I should know this. So yes, this is why I have people on to tell us stuff we have no like that I learn something new every day. So this is
but
fantastic.
no one calls me Ronald. Everybody always called me Ronnie, and I hated it. Because my grandmother was the only one that ever called me Ronnie.
I see.
And when she used to do it, I used to look at my dad and I was like, I don't want to go to Mama's house anymore. She always calling me Ronnie. Who is that? uh, but Winnipeg is a great city. You just show up for the fans.
Yeah,
And in '97, I hate that you know what it looked like.
we do, and but there is a particular game I want to ask you about. It was the it was it was the September game when Stiegler just comes back from the New Orleans Saints camp. It was the handshake of Reinbold and the maybe the shove of Adam Rita at the end of that game there in late September. It was quite the spectacle at the Winnipeg Stadium. What do you remember about that game, if anything?
Blame who was the DB that hit Damon like that? Was it Rob Davis? It had nothing to do with us.
Yeah,
But
that
I,
was
but it was those were some rough times.
yes.
Those were some rough times. But I will say this: if we would have had a little more leadership, and I'm not saying that Greg Battle and those guys didn't have great leadership. I'm not saying that at all. It's just you know how you age, you're on the way out, and this new crop is coming in,
Mhm.
and you just lose some of that. Now Van Conen, those guys used to do a great job of reeling me in because I used to feed those guys all the time. I didn't make any money from them around those, but those were my hogs. So I
Mhm.
you got to take care of them. And
Right.
they great group of guys, man.
Yeah.
Overall, great group of guys. Just we didn't have enough hooks.
Right.
We needed a little bit more out of certain positions. And like I said, I think most of those guys outside of Greg battling the offensive lineman, most of those guys and Glenn, uh, what's Glenn's last name? He had a brother, Scrivener.
Yeah.
Outside of Glenn Scrivener and the offensive line, that was the only veteran we had.
Yeah.
We didn't really have anything. Most of the guys were like 2 and 3 years CFL guys, and you got to think most of those guys played down when it was in America.
Hmm.
They played for like Shreveport and Vegas and all those teams. So
Right.
just coming to Winnipeg, staying, you start to get a feel for those mosquitoes, and you get it. You just get it. And I hate we didn't win more games, but we beat Saskatchewan both times.
Yes, you did. And that's the ironic thing. Yeah, you beat a place where the Bombers generally don't beat the Riders on Labor Day. You win that game. I remember I was going to tune into the NFL Sunday Nighter, and I'm like, oh boy, the Bombers won this game, and you guys won that game handily too. It wasn't a squeaker. So
Both times.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
those Rascals went on to go to the Grey Cup. Ah, the following didn't '98 they went to the Grey Cup, didn't they? Or was it?
No, it was not. It
No, it was
was
'97.
97 there on the Reggie Slack scramble, and then the Argos kind of blew them out. But
They cheated. They had the greatest player in CFL out.
uh, yeah, yeah, they may have in Flutie there.
In Flutie. They cheated. I put an asterisk. Nah, those were some great teams, man. The CFL has had great talent year in and year out. You just don't look so much at the name on the back of the jersey. Just look at the athletic skill.
Yep,
And then the name on the back of the jersey will come.
yep. Well, and this thing has been going on for a while. Chad Johnson, Ochocinco, played for the Bengals. He's made comments about that. Chris Berman from ESPN's always been a big advocate of the CFL. I mean, having Grey Cup highlights on the fastest 3 minutes. So
Right.
um, I think it is great talent. It's just a different game, and it will definitely be a different game next year. The elephant in the room, rest in peace, 55-yard line. So,
No, I don't think they're going to do it. I really don't.
you know what? I'm starting to think the same way because you look at the games today, the games are outstanding. Okay, well, I'll take the fourth. I like a low scoring game, but all the scoring is way high.
Right. And that's what you're showing up to watch, right?
Right,
Unless you're a true hard-nosed football guy, then you can appreciate 14 to 13 games.
right.
Then that's the only thing. But if you're just there to see a bunch of people ringing up the scoreboard, oh, you can get that on the regular.
It- well, yeah, everybody's starting from the 40 now, and
Yeah,
everybody's throwing defensive coordinators under the bus, and people need like no the Bombers for instance are like third ranked. I mean, go take a look at the Argos. We gave up 58 points on Thursday. I mean,
yeah,
it's yeah, I do yeah, and I mean we'll see here, but everybody thinks about the expansion and everything else, but it was to increase scoring. But I agree. Like I fell in love with the NFL because I like the low scoring game. And like now I think the NFL it's kind of evened itself out. They were way high scoring, and now the defenses have caught up. I can find that entertaining. But yeah, I agree. I think there's going to be maybe some backtrack.
yes, yes. But I just leave the game alone. It's the
Mhm.
oldest football game
Yeah,
on the planet.
right.
Leave it alone.
Yeah,
It's leave it be. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
yeah.
Just start marketing back to the kids. Remember when the CFL used to market back to high school and elementary kids?
Mhm.
Because
Yep.
on the back of every ticket, there was a Wendy's burger for you.
Right.
And how better way do you get kids to come out?
Yep.
Playing in the end zone. Let them let them go. Let them just be a part of actually playing. You never know who's going to score a touchdown and just run over in the middle of the kid.
Hmm.
You just never know. Just change, tweak the marketing a little bit. I'm no marketing genius, but I I've caught a few fish in my day. I know how things work.
Well, I mean, the Bombers send me emails. Okay, your kid can be involved in a football camp. I asked my son, "Do you want to do it?" Like, it's only an hour and a half. It's this Sunday. Sure.
Mhm.
Well, it's better than him being on a screen. It gets him onto the field that the Bombers play on. Or there was an opportunity for the kids to witness practice. I didn't sign them up this year, but they've been on the field before watching warm up. It gets them that close, right?
Yeah.
And I think some of that's been lost. I go back to when players used to come to my school. Jeff Fairholm came to my school. Mike Saunders came to the late Gerald Bayless came to my school. These things
And
you
they
still remember in your head, and yeah, it's more accessible than the NFL. But yeah, marketing to the kids, creating
yes,
that next generation, that's huge.
and remember when they used to send guys to the school just to read to the
Yeah,
kids? They need to go back to doing that. It's
right.
all about community outreach.
That's right.
Oh, I know you have to market like the top tier guys, but that's not the meat and potatoes of your squad.
No.
That's just the face.
Yeah.
You know, underneath the suit, there's a body.
Yep. That's exactly it. And I've been to those pro sports faith nights. And when Sergio Castillo starts talking, he has everybody eating out of the palm of his hand. It's actually incredible. And so he has said this publicly. He has like scripture that he like reads before he kicks the field goal. So anytime I'm watching, I'm like, okay, he's that's what he's doing and whatever. And it kind of gives a bit of an insight. And it's always a one-on-one with him. It's never like three guys and him. It's just him and so that's how they set it up. So maybe that's why I
Right.
remember it more. I don't know.
Guys are relatable.
Right.
Guys are a lot more relatable. and
Hmm.
then you just give a little access, and then he
Yeah.
what the CFL would still practice what 4 hours a day, so you have your entire day.
You
There's no
definitely
reason.
you definitely do.
There's
No question, right? So, not like the NFL where it's like, it's a bit longer. It's
16 hours daily.
crazy. It's
That's too that's too much for anything.
yeah, right,
I wouldn't even go fishing for 16 hours. And I love fishing.
right. Well, yeah, I mean, I took my kids to the Gold Eyes game, a doubleheader. Yeah, two 7 inning games. We were there at like 5 o'clock, and it started
Mhm.
raining in the second game at about 10. One of my kids, okay, I think it's time to go home. Yeah, sure. Like, okay, we're done, right? So that's the adjustment I have to make now. Maybe in my 20s, I stayed to the end, but you don't want to turn them off either. So,
No, 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 do
no,
not do that.
yeah.
It's a
What it,
fine line, though.
it is a very fine line, no doubt. But one of my kids, a few weeks ago, she goes, "Are we going to go to Labor Day Classic?" And then my wife goes, "No, it's the Chiefs game this year." So that's what we're doing. So we're gonna go see the Chiefs and the Jets in November. Uh, the first thing I said to my wife, the Bombers could have a home playoff game. She goes like, "Really? Okay, okay, well,
Yeah,
we'll be fine." But we're planning to do that, and I've taken my kids to Labor Day Classic before, so a couple of years ago. So it was a lot of fun to do that.
good,
Yeah.
good
Uh,
stuff.
do you want to kind of talk about winning the Grey Cup with the Ticats in '99 and how that all kind of you played with the general manager of the Bombers now, Kyle Walters, but
And Danny Mac.
and Danny Mac, yes. Just
It
want to
was
kind of talk about that and how that all kind of I know they came off the losing of the Grey Cup prior in Winnipeg in '98, and then you had this run. So what was that kind of like?
98 was a lot more fun than 99 because 98 was just a bunch of guys just thrown together.
Mhm.
We didn't know each other. It took a while for us to get acclimated with each other, but once we all fell in line, and with the defense was always good.
Right.
So we had to do our part on offense.
Hmm.
And one of the best tandems I've ever had in offense is Archie Anderson.
Yes.
I give that guy the shirt off my back, anything.
Hmm.
My last $20, he can have it.
Yeah.
Not borrow, he can have it. And it was a lot of gelling going on. Flutie was the guy.
Mhm.
D Mac was the face,
Right.
and everybody else bring your lunch pail and let's go to work.
Right.
But we knew once we lost it in 98, that didn't sit well with us.
Right.
And then we was like, this is not supposed to happen.
Right.
And then everybody that off season from 98, when we came back from 99, you could tell it was some real dogs out there. People were a lot more hungry than they were in 98 because
Mhm.
98 was a kumbaya moment.
Right.
99, get your best suit out, get your best briefcase, get all your files together. And when we get out on this field, we're going to execute with precision.
Mhm.
And it was great. I enjoyed it. After going through that 98 season, I it was great getting to the Grey Cup, and it always is, but it's a bitter, bitter feeling. It's a
Yeah.
bitter, bitter pill when you leave it all, especially the way we left it out there.
Right.
So, but it was great being back in Winnipeg.
Yeah.
Palomino, baby.
Well, I mean, it was the second time the Grey Cup was hosted in Winnipeg. The first one was 91, and it was a lot. As I recall, it was a lot warmer. I mean, 91 was Antarctica type of weather, but again, I love it when ex-players. talk about Winnipeg in such a great light. Everybody, the Winnipeg Jets can't pursue anyone to come on free agency because Winnipeg's a dump. No, you've talked about the cuisine. You've talked about how great the fans are. You talked about your radio show. There's lots of opportunity in Winnipeg.
There's
Everybody can
no
go, fly a kite.
a lot of people are just spoiled, and it's not the flashy Toronto or
Right,
crap like Vancouver and all that, but you want families who you'll see families walking down the street with their kids.
right.
You can appreciate that. It'll keep you on your toes.
Hmm.
And because now everybody's watching you and everybody knows who you are.
Yep,
So it's not like you can get lost in a Toronto or a Vancouver or an Ottawa.
right.
You can't get lost in the mid. Not in Saskatchewan, not in Winnipeg, not even in Alberta, Calgary, Edmonton. You can't get lost in the show. Everybody knows who you are.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly it, right? And so, um, yeah, it is one of those things where, yeah, everybody is watching, everybody knows, and that's and there are and some people say that Winnipeg is one of the greatest sports cities in all of North America. Um, that passion, that base. We can debate this till the cows come home, but I think that was very evident when the Bombers won the Grey Cup in 2019, just the amount of emotion there was for Jermaine and the parade and everything else. And, and just, those fans that leave it out on the, all the fans feel like they are playing the game. So it's good.
Well, what the fans had to go through for a long time wasn't right.
Mm,
And you just wish you had a better representation. I know that's how I can't speak for anyone else. I
right.
just know that when you have that kind of community support, you don't want to let them down by any means. And I'm trying to remember the lady's name. She was an elderly lady. She used to make some of the best oatmeal raisin cookies. And I was, oh, I miss little stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, Hamilton has well, it's more of an Italian culture. I used to get jars of tomato paste, tomato sauce, pasta sauce all the time. Every city has their own, and it's just that's the beauty of Canada, though.
Yeah.
And that is the beauty of it. My second home.
It's so good to hear. And you talk about the cookie lady. There are the lady with the cookies. There are a few people that do come to mind. There's Carol Burnett. I don't know if she does the cookies, but she's like the mother goose at the Bomber store. Everybody loves her. She got an award last year at the last game in October. And then there's a lady in the upper deck on West Side. I won't say which section, but every time she has cookies there, and she's known as the Cookie Lady. She actually has the bomber jersey with the Cookie Lady on the back. She actually inboxed me once. What does your daughter want for cookies for the next game? So there is this like, and if I don't go to a game, like, where are you, Steve? Okay, we're camping with the family. We'll be back next game. So
Mm,
it's it does create that, yeah, as you say, that community and that relationship, and it is kind of a highlight of our summer, of our week. Like, there's so few, so you got to make the most. That's
right,
cute, right?
right. But you have more going on than most people give you credit for.
Hmm.
Like you've always had that basketball team, and I didn't know that. You've
Yeah, I
always
mean,
had that, and it's like there are things to do. You just gotta be willing to get your butt out the house.
yeah,
Just go.
right.
Just go find it. Just
Yeah.
don't become miserable because the winter will make you miserable.
Oh, yes.
But that Winnipeg, it was great. It was great to me, even
Hmm.
though there were some knucklehead moments. But I didn't do anything knucklehead as far as like in the community or
Right.
anything. It
Yeah,
was
yeah,
just, no, you might miss a meeting.
right.
That's about it.
Yeah.
That's my version of knucklehead. I don't.
So what was your favorite place to hang out in Winnipeg?
Ah, M- Murphy had a fish. Was it 5 points? Uh, what was it over by grapes? It's like a bunch of vendors inside. Because he had Coach Murphy had a fish stand, and it was always
Yeah,
vendors
yeah.
selling different things.
Right. Down by the
Uh,
forks there?
the forks, that's what it is. That's what it was. Yeah, I used to love hanging out there,
Yeah, good.
and not just because the food.
Right.
It's just different cultures I appreciate.
Well, I mean, there is something about the forks. I was there with my kids at the Gold Eyes game, and I had a pretty good sideline. Now there's the museum now, but it's just kind of like, wow, you're kind of you got the old train there. You kind of feel like you're in some sort of. You don't really feel like you feel like you're in Winnipeg, but it doesn't really feel like you are when you're in those seats. But that's just my opinion.
Good old pig. It's changed since the last time. Wow.
Hmm.
Wow. I think the last time I came through Winnipeg was 2018.
Oh yeah, okay. So it's
Yeah.
almost been 10 years.
Yeah, it's been a
Yeah.
while.
Well, you'll
Um,
have to come up again.
oh, the wife and I will. We
Yeah,
definitely,
it's awesome.
most definitely, we will for sure. 'Cause
Right.
I'm still cool with Brad, the equipment guy.
Yeah, Brad 40. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, he's been around for a while now. Wow. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
he was a young pup when I was there.
Yes.
So it's always good to see guys grow like that
Hmm.
within their area. And it's Winnipeg is Winnipeg is a great city.
Yeah.
It's just that you got to be willing to get your hands dirty because you got to
Hmm.
go to work
Yeah.
and somebody got to get up this sand and rocks.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. It's and there's something good about being the blue collar city because nothing is given. Everything is earned. Everybody has to go earn it. And if you don't, well, it kind of is what it is. And not going to say you suffer the consequences, but that'll be your situation.
Yeah, you're just not going to be pampered. Nobody's
Right,
going to pamper you.
right.
Nobody's going to pamper
Yeah,
you because nobody else is getting pampered.
yeah,
So you just got to go. That's what I appreciate about cities like Winnipeg and Hamilton. You really have to going out there and bring it. If not, you're going to hear about it.
hmm
You're going to hear about it,
yeah,
and just put your best foot forward. Things will work out
yeah,
for you.
yeah. You never want to show up on the front page of the sports section in the free press for the wrong reasons.
No,
Right.
no,
So
no.
yeah. So who have been some of your mentors and role models in your life, Ron?
Oh, number one, I've said 1,000 times. My dad.
Mm-hmm.
I We're men of few words,
Hmm.
but when we sit around each other, it's like you know, yeah, I know. And he's always been there. My dad was always been there. But outside influences, anything outside of my dad is ooh, not really because I'm not a guy that likes to meet his idols.
Hmm.
I just don't believe in that because you just let me think of you in the light that I have you,
Right.
and then I don't want anything to tarnish that. But most of my guys like been my peers, been like guys like Milt, Maurice Kelly, uh, Archie, of course, Archie Amerson, Danny McManus. You know, guys that even Ricky Ray was a puppy when I was in there. But you could always tell this guy's got something.
Mm.
And I'm talking about it was special. You could just see it. And then it just I've been a guy like that. Just more of my peers. And sometimes, you'll have a few choice words, but I love you, brother. And I think sometimes that's what people really have a hard time with understanding. I'm going to tell you how I feel,
Right.
but I'm not going to. I might say it harsh, but you can tell I'm not going for a kill shot.
Right.
I'm never going for the kill shot. But hey, let's get this done. Let's do this now. And if I see some BS, I'll call it. And if you see some BS with me, I want you to call. That's just how I am. But yeah, my peer groups have been more mostly of my mentors, guys that I follow. And then getting to know Milt was, I knew Milt from Cincinnati, so I've been knowing Milt a while. Since
Yeah, he
93.
since when, sorry?
Since 1993. I've been knowing Milt since
That's
1993.
so since he was 23 years old.
Hmm.
That's crazy. I mean, here's a guy that his agent calls him, wants him to come up to Winnipeg. I think he came out of the Packers camp. Like, where is that? Kind of the rest is history,
Right,
as they say, right? And
right.
uh, I remember him talking at the Grand Memorial men's breakfast, and he goes, "My goal in Winnipeg is not to play football; it's to have an impact on somebody's life." And I've never forgotten that. It's
And
just,
he has. He's
yeah,
lived up to all of that.
yeah,
God
definitely,
bless him. God
yeah,
bless him.
yeah. I mean, I remember when he came to our church youth group the day before a game, like not a lot of players would do that. And so these things you kind of, you remember and they're impressionable and all of that. So it's big. And I know he's had some recent tragedy and you kind of keep him in your thoughts and your prayers during that time. And
Mhm.
as that doesn't go away, but just that impact. And I remember when he broke the record in '07 and just how loud that
Mhm.
stadium was. Some people in the upper deck thought the stadium was going to come down. I mean, it was quite something.
That was at the old Cat Inn, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
I used to like that place too.
Yeah. The hardest turf around, right?
Oh, no, I beat the one over there by Porter's place. Ooh, Cat Inn, because they changed it up a bit.
They did.
They changed it up, but now you got all this fancy stuff over there at U of M. You gotta love it.
Yeah, I have walked on that field. It's nice. It has a lot of cushion, so it's
We had straight concrete and
yeah,
turf.
rug burn and all, right? So
And you don't realize it until you get in the shower.
yeah,
So like I tell my son, I don't miss it at all.
yeah,
I do not. I miss the camaraderie, but
right.
anything outside of that,
Hmm.
I do not miss two a days. I do not. No.
Yeah, it's definitely quite the commitment, right? To commit to that and that type of, work ethic and that sort of
Hmm.
thing. I mean, the two a days. I mean, yeah, that has to be taxing, right?
It's not for everybody. I'll tell you that. The only guys I've seen train harder were probably hockey players.
Mm-hmm.
So those guys, oof, nah, you good, brother. You can have
That's right.
it.
Oh, it's good. It's good. Maybe a couple more things here.
Okay.
Where do you see yourself? What was life, I guess, kind of like post football? What did you kind of land up doing? And then where do you see yourself in 5 years from now? Hopefully, a couple trips to Winnipeg, as we've alluded to.
Oh, 5 years from now, I'm hanging it up. I'm talking about I'm retiring from the job. I'm just take these little investments I got. As my wife and I talked about it, we just want to build us a small little modular home on some land and just basically go off grid.
Hmm.
Just I have my cell phone, of course,
Right.
but um, I just like fishing and being outdoors. And
Right.
I'm a country guy. I'm from a small little town. I'm just getting, I'm getting old. And my grandson proves it to me every day how old I am. I used to could catch it, not anymore. Not anymore. I just gave up. I'm tired of this. And my granddaughter's there, and well, my oldest granddaughter, she's a good gymnast.
Mm.
So we're doing those things. I'm looking forward to mellowing out. My son coaches for the University of Oklahoma,
Nice.
so we're gonna get on the road. We're gonna just start, really enjoying it because we've been on the grind
Yeah.
ever since ever since about 2009.
Right.
We've been on the grind. So yeah, in about 5 years, I'm tailoring off. I'll have my fifth wheel,
Hmm.
and I'll hit the road.
Right.
There's, mm-mm. I work too hard. I've been hit too hard not to, not to enjoy it.
Well, I
And
mean, there's nothing wrong with that, right? And when you're, grinding every day and everything else, yeah, it's time, sometimes that is good to, as you say, go off grid and take that break.
right, it didn't. I don't understand why most people don't do that. I I find solace in the wilderness
Hmm.
when I don't hunt or anything like that. I just fish
Right.
because I'm not a big gun guy. Never have been.
Hmm.
You know, mm-mm. I don't think everybody should have one. But you give me a fishing hook, rod, and reel, I'm ready.
That's your space, right?
That's my go-to.
That's your
I
go.
don't play I don't play golf or anything. I don't. I used to, but it's so doggone expensive that I no,
Right.
no. I can't eat my double bacon cheeseburgers. Not like I want to. Right?
Oh.
You gotta forgive me. I'm a nut. My wife tells me all the time, "You're just a nut."
Hey, we all have our things, right? So, oh, that's good.
And
That,
we have a great garden that just we take pride in. And we would grow a good many of our own vegetables.
mm,
Hard to grow fruit down here. Birds deadly. But yeah, we just once you find that one that you're in love with, sorry, can you still see me, brother?
I can see you. Yeah.
Okay, good. I got an incoming call from another CFL guy, Marcelo Simmons.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I keep in contact with pretty much the core guys. We were all in Cincinnati together. Marcelo, Milt, myself, and it was one more guy, but I think he gave up football.
Hmm.
Yeah, after it didn't pan out the way he wanted it to. Yeah, I think he just gave up. I can't remember his name because he quit in '95.
Right.
He just didn't play football anymore. He just said, "I'm going into the." He went into the to the finance business,
I see.
and then he just said, "No, I'm good." I'm like,
Hmm.
I feel you, brother.
Right.
But yeah, just fading away, and up to get to this point though, it was drooling. Right after 2002, it was you find yourself wandering
Hmm.
for a little while, and then the old man slapped me in the back of the neck and said, "Snap out of it, son. It's over." But I'm glad I went through it because I was able to walk my son through it. Because my son played with the Denver Broncos and Carolina Panthers. Shucks, Cincinnati, Indianapolis. Don't get me the line. He played for a bunch of teams. My son played in the NFL for 10 years.
Oh really?
Yeah, recently retired from the Panthers, and he went through that 2 year period of sitting around waiting on a phone call. You
Right.
can't wait on that phone call. You have a son. You have a son at home, son. So just keep yourself busy, and God will guide your footsteps. It's up to you to stay the course. And he found his niche in coaching. And he went back because Venables coached him when he was at Clemson. Because my son, we're some legacy babies over here, and he Venables coached him. Venables let him come on to Oklahoma, and they gave him a new start, fresh new start.
What position does he coach in Oklahoma?
Deep tackles,
D-tackle. Okay, nice.
and that's what he played. He was a defensive tackle. So
Okay.
it's. I mean, Steve, I can't say anything, man. I've been a blessed man.
Mm,
I really can. If I were to cry and moan about everything not going my way, I'd be a brat
right.
because there were a ton of blessings that came my way,
Yeah.
and hopefully I treated most of them like the precious jewels they were,
Hmm.
and then just ride off in the sunset.
Right.
Don't. My motto is don't hurt nothing, don't let nothing die.
No, I think you put it nicely, or you put it very well. I mean, there's always that. I always say there's always that 10%, and that's how you deal with that. But you look at the other 90, you're like, I couldn't imagine my life being the way it is. Like this is
Right.
ultimately the best. And sure, yeah, there's guys that are gonna cut you, and injuries that are gonna happen, and don't know what to do after football. Um, but you know what? We're all made with purpose, and football doesn't. It's not who you are. It's not what defines you,
No.
right?
No. No.
Not at
No.
all, right? We know who defines us,
Right.
right?
It's just a
And that's
breastplate.
right,
Football is just a breastplate. It's nothing more. It's something you did. It's not who you are.
right.
That's the thing about it though. You would never know that because your face is covered all the time. Unless you did interviews, no one would know who you were.
Hmm.
And that's the thing about football. You can hide behind that mask, but once that comes off, the real you shows up quick. And we'll know who's a jerk and who's not.
Yep. And years ago, like we never knew. Like there's just with the more media access, yeah, we do know who defensive tackles are now. I mean, you go to the NFL Combine, these guys have a microphone. It's not just the quarterbacks, right? And so,
Right.
that has changed to to a very like much of a degree there. So we are in a kind of a different time. Everybody wants to have, five interviews for the same guy or whatever else, and
Right.
yeah, you always have to be kind of your best. But
Hey, these
oh,
guys are bigger, faster, stronger. Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know about the toughness part, but I know they're bigger, faster, and stronger than we were.
Well, I always say they don't make kids like they used to. They make them bigger.
Yeah. And a little bit more on the tender side. I told my son we used to go out after the game, he would order this freaking smoothie type thing. Then talking about I have acupuncture and I have my massage. And I said, son, we drank beer inside the locker room and ate chicken wings and pizza. You guys are different. Now they have the chai teas and their kale salads and when you get older, you can't hold that kind of stuff for so long. Nature calls. Oh, I'm sorry. My wife says I'm a nut all the time. I'm sorry. I can't help
No,
it.
it's I can't help but think about the rant that Stephen A. Smith had about Joel Embiid talking about, do you need a massage? Or he talked about it before Game 7. He talked about the massage. It's a clip on YouTube. I'm not even doing it justice, but load management, right? But again, we're talking about different sport. You
But
know,
it's a different era, and you have to be a little bit understanding when it comes to him. To Joel, Ramadan, I've played with some guys that were some true Muslims.
mm,
that Ramadan takes a toll because you know they can't eat.
Yeah,
What is it? I think it's sundown they get to eat.
sundown. Yeah,
Sundown. And you putting your body through all that physical extremes. It takes a special person.
yeah.
You have to have a certain discipline to do that. Not I, Captain. Not I.
You're ordering the Pizza Hotline to Maroons Road there, right? So
Oh, I'm at Boston Pizza right now in my
yeah,
mind,
yeah,
eating the
yeah, right.
pierogi burger.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, we're not doing that whole thing. Because when I went back to the Grey Cup reunion in Hamilton, and I saw what those guys, the amenities those guys had, and I was like, wow,
Yeah,
this is wonderful. And not in the sense of like it was a jealousy type thing either. It's like, finally, finally. But man, put down go get you some chips and a burger or something. A
right.
good smoky. There's nothing like a great smoky.
Well, I completely agree.
It makes the barbecue.
Right.
Just go try it one time. Put down that old grilled chicken breast that has no taste. And, and just try it. But yeah, I'm proud of this generation. I really am. I'm proud
Hmm.
of this next, and I think the game is only gonna get better. Now, if we could just find a way to make all the stadium the ranch style where there's no stairs, you can help out an old man like me.
Well, I'll tell you at the new Bomber Stadium that the stairs aren't. It's not as high as the old stadium.
Good.
But my son goes, well, let's take the stairs to the upper deck. We usually do the ramp. We were there in no time, but like at the old stadium, you felt like you were. I'm not going to say Mount Everest, but you were climbing pretty high to where the point where you're like, boy, that Kelsey's is looking pretty small. You're coming from the west side. You're coming from the east side. Boy, you can see the airport. Um,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Oh, good old Winnipeg.
Yeah, love it.
I just hate I couldn't help produce some more victories, man. What a town. What a town.
But this is the thing, right? And we've alluded to it here, just the passion of the fan base here. And again, this is not a home review. This is just what it is. Um, this community, this fan base, regardless of what sport it is, they just want to win.
Right. Right. And then sometimes you find yourself falling short and not getting a victory.
Mhm.
The effort. People see that.
Yeah,
A lot of guys think they can coast through. You can't coast
no,
through.
no, you
You can't even coast through life. So there's no way you can cheat a bunch of paying people who came out to see you perform. You get paid to do this. They don't.
right.
So put on your best show.
Yep, absolutely, no doubt. Was there anything else you'd like to cover that I haven't already said?
No, just hoping everybody got that old knucklehead Ronald Williams out of this system. Say, I remember that guy. He had a chip on his shoulder. Nah, not so much. I'm a good guy. It's just when you're losing like that, it takes something out of you. It's like you just lose a piece of yourself because
Hmm.
you're trying to come up. You don't want to point the finger. Don't point the fingers ever.
Right.
But then when you're losing, you find yourself doing that, and that's not how it should be.
Right.
Not how it should be. It should be solution based, not creating problems.
Hmm. No,
But yeah,
yeah, that's very well said, right? And everybody says, "Oh, yeah, it is just a game." But when I talk to you guys that, have gone through the trenches, have gone through the football wars, as they say, When you talk to a guy like a Marcus Adams who says,
Mm,
I think about that 13th man in 2009 in the Grey Cup like daily. Brett McNeil, who you played with, he says he thinks about the Grey Cup losses daily. I mean, there is something to be said. This isn't just fun. This was your profession. This was your livelihood, and this was everything in that moment.
correct, correct.
And
Only
that's
thing, only thing I say is, doggone it, I've never met so many Saskatchewan fans, and they're everywhere. Where do you find these people? And who are they?
they are all over.
I have Saskatchewan fans in my hometown here. I have Rider fans here.
Oh, really?
And yeah, it's weird. I'm like, what? How do you pick that team? It's in the middle of nowhere. Have you ever been to Regina?
Well, I used to live in Saskatchewan, and yes, I was in Regina last September, and it's a special feel there. And
No,
but
no,
yes,
that's what I ask around here. That's what I ask the people around here. Have you ever been to Regina? Because if you haven't, you have no idea what kind of fan base you're a part of.
right.
Just go to the games and you'll see. I would suggest everybody treat themselves to something like that because you don't around here is bandwagon.
Hmm.
And what I mean by that is the hottest. Yeah, everybody's a Cowboys fan. I don't know why, but it's just that's who they are. They haven't won anything oof, since I was good at football.
Well, it's been 30 years.
Yeah, really. Just I would tell anybody to treat themselves. Go into these small market cities. Even though Edmonton is not, I don't consider it a small market. It's small enough
Hmm.
to where you can see. Now we're talking about true fandom.
Yeah.
These people literally have generational season tickets.
Hmm.
So you can't, just go treat yourself to that.
Yeah. That's right.
Get some Canadian beef. Don't treat yourself. Try it. It's delicious.
Love it. Love it. Love it. And the other thing too, you get some throwing some ketchup chips.
You know what? Never been a fan. My wife's Canadian, so never been a fan of ketchup. Shit.
Okay.
I love Old Dutch the brand, but I thought ketchup chips. I
Interesting.
was like, I just couldn't. I can't. It's a concept because I don't eat ketchup like that anyway.
Hmm.
It just is something I do. I don't eat a lot of condiments. Period. It's just that I don't slap and go type of guy.
Right.
And let's get it. We got to get back to work here. We
Yeah.
won't have time to spread all this stuff on. We gotta get back to work. But I tell you what, those hickory sticks, oh, I fell in love with them. That's probably why I got high blood pressure now.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Canada was great to me, and hopefully I gave a little piece of my soul,
Hmm.
and just enough to where my family can enjoy the rest.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think that's fitting. I think that's a nice way to put a bow on it. And this has been awesome, Ron.
Steve, I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah,
I
appreciate you
appreciate it.
too. And
Thank you, sir.
we can do this again sometime if you want.
Hey, just let me know. I'm ready.
Okay, will do.
Thank
And
thank you, sir.
yeah, no doubt. And
You,
God bless. And I'll put this
God
on my
bless you.
page and I'll put it on YouTube. And yeah, I can send it to you as well.
Okay, thank you, sir. I
Okay.
appreciate it.
Thank you. All
Have
right.
a great one.
You too. All right.